How to choose the right pet boarding for your dog. With the summer scorching its way, how far can the vacations be? If you are a pet parent going out of the station, caring for your pooch while you're away can be a distressing decision. In this blog post, we'll share tips to help you choose the right pet boarding for your dog. See also, how to travel with your dogs. You'd have heard of complaints about unethical practices at some dog boardings of dogs being confined in unoccupied broken-down buildings, chained to gates and driveways in the hot sun without water and in their own excreta, dogs kept on rooftops with no shade from the summer sun, dogs being returned to pet parents covered in ticks and suffering from high tick fever and other ailments, of pet parents being billed double the boarding rate agreed on, pets being held hostage, etc. How to choose the right pet boarding for your dog. Here are some general guidelines to help you sort the good from the bad. The key is to use your common sense. Point 1. It's important to research the kennel before you leave town. Don't go solely on recommendations, and question. If someone you know has had a good experience at a particular boarding, put that place at the top of your shortlist, but check it out personally anyway before you send your dog there. Point 2. Visit the boarding, preferably unannounced. Don't be fooled by the boarding's self-promotion or the photos you've seen. Photos can be doctored. If the boarding owners object to the visit, you can be sure they have something to hide. Avoid that boarding. Point 3. Does the place smell bad? If it does, go home. Point 4. Is it scrupulously clean? If not, go home. 5. Are there other dog boarders that you can see? If not, then obviously it's not a good place for your dog. If yes, check their condition. Are they clean, tick-free, healthy? Do they look happy? 6. Are the dogs chained? If yes, your dog will be chained. 2.7. Are the dogs protected well from the elements, heat, cold? If not, leave. 8. Other than the boarding owners, is there adequate, caring, clean, 24x7 support staff? If there is no other staff, it's not a good sign. Ask who will walk, exercise your dog, how many times and where. Point 9. Check to see if the play-walk area is secure, clean and wholesome. What would be the daily routine of dogs in their care? Dogs in boarding facilities should be allowed many opportunities to burn off excessive energy. Point 10. Do the dogs look scared in the presence of the boarding owner's staff? If they do, they are probably beaten into submission. Point 11. Is the place secure, with high boundary walls and gates that a dog cannot jump over? If you are out of town, ask a friend or family member to occasionally visit your pet at the boarding to make sure all is well. If the boarding objects to this, strike it off your list. Point 12. Is there fresh, clean and plenty drinking water available for dogs? Some boardings give their wards very little water because dogs pee after they drink, and the boarding owners don't want the bother of cleaning up the pee. Point 13. Inspect the living space. Is it clean, well ventilated, cool in summer, warm in winter? What about bedding? Does it smell fresh? 14. Question the boarding owners about what, how often and how much their boarders are fed. If possible, inspect the refrigerators for cleanliness and freshness of the food. If there are no refrigerators, the dogs are most likely fed stale food. Point 15. Inspect food and water bowls for cleanliness. Point 16. Go through the contract, preferably with a lawyer. Check if it is one-sided and protects only the rights of the boarding owners. It did not say anything about the rights of the pet and pet parents. Don't sign. Point 17. Make sure you have the boarding rates in writing so that there are no surprises later. Point 18. Ask which veterinary clinic is used if, God forbid, a dog falls ill while in the care of the boarding. It is your right to demand vet/path lab bills, receipts for all treatment given to the pet, and daily updates on his/her condition. Also, be sure to keep in constant touch with the vet regarding your dog's condition and course of treatment. This is not to say there aren't any good boarding. Of course there are, run by genuine dog lovers. As a responsible pet parent, please follow the above tips and choose the right pet boarding for your dog, if for some unavoidable reason you are forced to use the services of one. Also recommended is that you bathe your dog and check for ticks once you bring him home from the pet boarding. A little forethought will save your dog a lot of pain and distress, and you 1,000 regrets. Connect with Dog with Blog on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.